Yo, what is good, my quick crypto family and my coin factory family? Back once more with another daily live stream. I think we're at day 135 in a row, going very strong to say the least. And yeah, we have an interesting video to go through today. Yes, the title states as it is, that apparently, or at least speculation seems to be stating, that Binance is stacking more and more Kaspa. The connections to Kaspa and Binance are ramping up. For me, yes, inevitability. Binance will be listing Kaspa at some point in the cycle. We've got some major announcements for crypto and Kaspa right now. Ultimately, Kaspa right now is valued at 16.68 cents on the daily time frame, up 1.5%, and this is still, currently going in accordance to my belief that Kaspa should be hopefully hitting new all-time highs in the next few weeks, pushing towards its all-time high by the end of December, which is only 2 weeks away from now. We've got the FOMC meeting in just 6 days' time, which will be probably a major catalyst for Bitcoin and crypto and Kaspa. Right now, Bitcoin is rallying near all-time highs, consolidating at this region, which could be a very big deal. Potentially, this could be the catalyst needed to see Bitcoin push to 110k and from beyond there as well. We'll get into that as well in the stream. Ultimately, though, I think the Binance Kaspa listing, literally the connection seems to be more or less. It is happening in a couple of weeks now. Mainly right now with the KRC20 projects like Nacho and Conan, but either way, Kaspa, KRC20 and Binance are having more connections more and more, which is a very bullish deal, and adding more so to the belief that Binance will be listing Kaspa very shortly. What's up, Vaz, my man? Welcome back to the stream. Everyone else is joining once more. Hope you're all doing very well today. So without further ado, get into the first part of the post. We can see right now Kaspa on CoinMarketCap. Remember, CoinMarketCap is run by Binance or owned by Binance. We have on the wallets that was added, Binance Web3 wallet and Trust wallet. We know those are Binance wallets. We know that's what they're about. That's not news to us. What is important to note once more is the volume. While it has fallen down over the past couple of days, it's still remaining quite strong at 263 million, which is good to see. And the likes of BitGet and Bybit are still taking up a nice majority of that volume, just short of 10% and just short of 8% collectively as well, which is good to see. And the KF mentioned, high volume is a key indicator for tier ones like Binance to get involved. Now, in terms of Binance accumulating more capital, we've got this post here, or this on the Kaspa website here, the top addresses right now, we can see addresses are stacking more and more Kaspa from Gate, Uphold, Mexi. Their biggest wallet again has been selling more and more for the past month or so now, but the second wallet here has been getting more today. But it's this wallet here that I want to address here. Almost $1 million worth of Kaspa, just short of 6 million Kaspa was added to this wallet. Strong speculation at that is that this wallet is in fact a Binance wallet. There's nothing to prove that, but there's strong speculation behind it based on the times they have bought, based on the fact that, again, we know Kaspa integration with Binance has already been done, confirmed by Roy O'Neill of the KRI, and we also know that they'll be stacking more and more, and that you also have these Web3 wallets again that are supporting Kaspa. So potentially one of those wallets is in fact the Binance wallet here. So this wallet here will be stacking more, number 6. And again, it's Binance, remember. Binance is the largest exchange by a country mile, with weekly visits at 18.1 million and trading volume in 24 hours at 33.5 billion. So it's a massive exchange. Therefore, they can't. Where you have the likes of Gate and Mexi. Mexi's dropped down a little bit recently, but Gate right now is nearly at Aquaman status again. So Gate is nearly, Gate's got, $151 million worth of Kaspa right now, which is insane. Adding more and more to their balance sheet. Binance is the bigger exchange, therefore you'd like to believe that Binance will have to have a sizable majority of Kaspa as well. Not saying it needs to be an Aquaman, but it has to hold a lot at least. I think 376 would be somewhat logical to expect, and make the conclusion that this one is Binance. This one you'd like to think is Binance. This one apparently is KuCoin, but this one here I like to believe is probably Binance. Even this wallet here is one that you saw do a test of one Kaspa, and now today and yesterday they've added 1.6 million more Kaspa to their balance sheet. So potentially this is also a Binance wallet of sorts as well. But either way, there's a wallet that seems to be testing Kaspa, sending off just one Kaspa transactions. It's added more Kaspa to their balance sheet. So either way, we're seeing the big addresses, the big wallet addresses, therefore potentially the exchanges start accumulating more and more in Kaspa, which is a very big deal. Ultimately, the connection to Kaspa and Binance is very telegraphed. Recently there was an announcement this here of Binance officially listing Kaspa apparently people believe it's going to be mid to end of January, based on the fact that they now have got an incentive to mine Kaspa here, got this post here, which happened about a week ago now, or even 4 days ago now, stated from CoinMarketCap itself, stating, Kaspa is poised for substantial growth with new exchange listings, technical upgrades, and growing institutional interest. Once more, a Binance on website, CoinMarketCap, saying that is a very, very big deal. So that could be a key indicator again, because it highlights the new exchange listings being one of them. So potentially Binance is going to be one of those listings again. And also they have an incentive now to mine Kaspa for Bitcoin and Kaspa miners to mine on Binance. That's also seemingly proven in the past, as incentives tend to be a sign that a listing will follow quite soon afterwards. It happened with CFX, RVM, and Flux as well. So of course time will tell, but I'm intrigued and optimistic that will happen very, very shortly. And it's proven here in this post here once more as well. This post here, the screenshots here prove that, they had incentives to do that sort of stuff, and then listings were offered very shortly afterwards as well for all those tokens. So that is a very big deal. Of course, we've seen the connection to Binance and Kaspa quite repetitively, if you will. And then we have these posts here as well. Nacho says here, you need your help. Kaspa bot is counting on Nacho Nation to reach over $50,000 donations. So they follow through on their pledge for 150k to help secure a top 13 exchange listing for Nacho. That's a very big day. 5 days left. If we can reach that, we'll see a big exchange coming to Nacho, which is good. They're doing a lot more stuff recently. Remember, recently they had an AMA on Binance Live. That was about 5 days ago. And now tomorrow, they're holding another exclusive session hosted by Blockchain Express on Binance Live again. So in the span of 1 week, Nacho's going to have 2 AMAs taking place with Binance Live. That is huge, huge news. Once more, showcasing the connection to Binance and the Kaspa ecosystem growing more and more. Binance and Kaspa's telegraph, to my belief, and we're seeing this happening again and again. Nacho right now is proving itself right now to be the so-called titan, the leader of tier 1 exchange listings. What did I say there? Of the KRC20 project and memes. A lot of these memes I have a lot of belief in, a lot of faith in. I have no idea what this one is, just launched 2 days ago. No idea what it is. Just come on the feed now. But either way, the likes of Nacho, Kango, Kaspi, these ones I think I'm very, very bullish on. And Nacho proving itself to be the top KRC20 project. For the fact that now it's doing more and more in terms of getting its name out there. Binance listing happened literally 4 or 5 days ago, and now you've got another one happening tomorrow. Actually, tell a lie. That happened yesterday. I'm mistaken even. I completely got my dates wrong. I thought it was the 10th today. It's not. Either way, so you had an AMA happen on the 7th, and then 3 days later you had another AMA, or 4 days later happened on the 11th, so yesterday. So yeah, again, more and more AMAs happening with Nacho and Binance again is another big indicator potentially that, well, it's showing that Binance's belief and adoption of KRC20 and Kaspa is growing more and more. Of course, we had this post yesterday from the likes of Conan as well. Conan also had an AMA with Binance, their developer and creator. So now you have Conan talking to Binance, Nacho talking to Binance. And then you also have Kaspa, which has a load of connections through their mining pool, which has an incentive now to mine Kaspa, which also seems to suggest that, with an incentive, you tend to see listings follow quite soon afterwards. Giving away 88,000 Kaspa as an incentive. You have the fact that, CoinMarketCap, again, a Binance Fund website, is also promoting that Kaspa is poised for substantial growth very, very soon. You have the fact that apparently KF confirmed high volumes, also a key indicator for tier 1 listings like Binance. You saw pictures of Binance attending a booth in the Australian summit, Kaspa's Australian convention. You had Binance and Kaspa futures also about, and also Roy O'Neill confirmed the integration with Binance and Kaspa is already done, and the wallets as well. So they are, again, all information once more is available in my free Discord server, link on my homepage, description also, and also now going to put in the chat. But all the information here is available in there to see, and it's just you can just go into the Discord, go into the search bar and type in Binance, and you'll have to go through a lot of stuff. We talk about Binance quite a bit, but either way, you'll see the post there regarding Binance. There's a lot of stuff regarding Binance and Kaspa. Of course, a lot of it is, some of it's speculation, some of it is confirmation. Sort of this stuff here, that's speculation. Stuff like this, though, that's confirmation of a incentive for Kaspa by Binance put on. And this here is also confirmation. Nacho, on 2 occasions in the span of 4 or 5 days apart, having AMAs with Binance or on Binance Live is a very, very big deal. So the connection to Binance and Kaspa is growing more and more, which leads more to the belief that potentially we see a listing coming through. Potentially mid to end of January, maybe even end of this month. Again, who knows? There's some people believing that after the FMC meeting, you'll see quite a significant rise for Bitcoin, because that would be rate cuts coming through, price rising higher, and therefore crypto will rise higher. So potentially, if the volume goes higher of Kaspa as well, that might be the incentive for Binance to be like, you know what, we don't want to miss out on this. Let's pump it now. Let's get involved. So ultimately, I think it comes down to a case of when Binance are ready. Right now, they are ready, seemingly technology-wise. It's just a case of when they want to list the project. So it's when it's convenient for them to list it, which I think for them, it'll be based on, seemingly according to KF, based on the volume of the adoption of the project. If they have high volume, if there's a lot of incentive around Kaspa at the time, they want to continue that momentum and pump it further. So once more, I think it's very, very inevitable it will happen. And this sort of stuff really, really, again, don't be emotional, be logical, right? Logically speaking, more connections to Binance and Kaspa suggest that there will be a listing coming very, very soon. With the Chaos 20 projects getting more involved as well, it's a very, very big deal. And Nacho, again, also putting this post out here about potentially getting a top 13 exchange. Now, that seems to be, I think I saw them say something regarding, most likely going to be something like, I think it was KuCoin they mentioned, maybe, or I think it might be BitGet. This is trying to get on BitGet. So top 13 is quite a wide margin. So it could be anywhere down to BingX as well. If they're going on CoinMarketCap, that is. But either way, the fact that you've seen 2 interviews happening on Binance Live with Nacho suggests it could even be Binance. Who knows? I mean, I imagine it would be Kaspa on Binance before Nacho on Binance. But again, time will tell. And what's coming to Kaspa in regards to the developments as well, it's also once more why I believe while Kaspa may be late to the cycle, I don't think it's going to miss it at all. Gus, my man, how you doing? How much will my $100 turn in next year with Kaspa? It's a good question. It really depends on where you think Kaspa going to go. If Kaspa reaches $2, where you're at right now, then that'll be a $200 price return. If it reaches $5, then it'll be $500 price return. So it really depends on the price target. For me, my bearish case for Kaspa is reaching $2. I'm hoping it'll reach 4 or 5, and then bullish will be 7. Of course, time will tell. It depends on the market, where it peaks, how much money is flooded into the market, institutional investment, and multiple other catalysts that could cause Kaspa to peak earlier, than we think. Again, time will tell, but I'm optimistic it should, hopefully Kaspa will reach at least $2. Andy A, I have bought 62 more Kaspa today. Big up to you, my man. Hopefully your bag is looking very, very healthy. Yo, Toggle Delay, hope you're doing good, my man. DD, what's up, Crypto Kaspa family? Hope you're doing well, my man. What's up, Matthew? Hope you're doing well. And what's up, Vaz, as well? Binance would be a nice little gift. Oh, 100%. Binance would be a perfect little Christmas gift. Even a New Year's gift. It'd be fantastic. Would love nothing more to go into the new year with the Binance listing. It would be absolutely insane. And right now, Kaspa, again, it's like, after its long suppression for the last 4 months in particular here, and even so for the last suppression of last year, Kaspa is finally starting to see some positive price movement from this peak, this bottom down here at 10 cents. Peaked at 85% up. Right now it's up 64%. And it seems to still be making a rally of sorts ahead of the FOMC meeting. If you get no rate cuts, expect to see price come down. But if you do get 25 basis point rate cut, expect to see the price start to come up again. We got posts here suggesting that, here, for example, every December of each third year of previous cycles, every third December here, 46, 30%, every third December, Bitcoin returns reaches up to average of 30 to 46%. And we are up by 3.92%. Now, again, things may change. There's a lot more, like, the amount of, the size of the market now is massively, so much bigger than it was last cycle. If you look at Bitcoin last cycle, and at December time, last cycle, we can see, we saw it go from down here, so in around 16k to about 26k. So, not a drastic, I mean, we saw a significant increase, but the size of the market cap at that point was much, much smaller, right? Now, it's like that 16k, 26k, now we're at 100k. I would expect to see maybe 100k to maybe 115k, but I don't think we'll necessarily see a 30% rise again. That would be, excessive to say the least. But if you do, then that'll put where Bitcoin's at right now from December time, let's say around here, put us in and around, 125k, which would be, extortionate. It'd be very high, but that also does coincide with what Standard Chartered Bank said. They said that Bitcoin could reach 125k by the end of the year. Now, I'm not saying that will happen, but either way, point being is we're expected to see a lot higher highs in this last month of the year. So we've got a lot more to look forward to if history repeats itself once more. Either way, speaking of history, again, despite the fact that Bitcoin is, nearing all-time highs, we are seeing the funding heat map, for example, is still cooling off, which is good to see. So just in that, even though the market got very overheated around here, very overheated, repeating what happened in December of last year. If you go and check the all-time for last year, it was around this. We were seeing similar levels we saw in December last year. It's now cooling off, which is good. I suspect it will last maybe another week or two, and then we'll probably start seeing some bullish momentum again following the FOMC meeting and stuff like that. But either way, we're seeing the momentum come back. The Pi indicator suggests that we still got a good more movement to come for Bitcoin and crypto. Equally, same thing with CBBI. Another indicator shows that right now the top is still not in. We still got at least another. Well, once you reach the 90, you see normally the top's called. So we've still got some more time. So either way, I see that Bitcoin and crypto is far from done. We can see more highs in this month and cycle to follow. And Kaspa equally will, in my belief, be a late. It had a very early run in the bear cycle, and then it's cooled off for a year. It will then have a late run, but it'll be a very volatile run when it comes through, based on the developments like this sort of stuff here, the L1 stuff, and also the Binance listing, which is equally looming more and more. Binance listing with Kaspa will potentially happen early next year, if not this month. I'm hoping. Again, it's not financial advice, it's not confirmation, it's speculation, but I'm praying for it will happen. If it does, we can see very parabolic move. Maybe not a straight God candle straight away, because again, sometimes Binance listing can be great, but they don't always cause massive price movement, but it will definitely cause the adoption to come through in due time with how big Binance is as well. Good morning, Buffalo Theory, my man. In your opinion, which will only be an opinion, of course, you see a market correction. I believe that there's further manipulation before the holidays. We will already see after 16-17 cents. I mean, I think there is a potential for a correction because Bitcoin again has been overheated and pumping and very high for the last month of November. So I would not be surprised to see a correction of sorts. But again, the funding heat map suggests that Bitcoin is cooling off now. So maybe Bitcoin just stays at this level for a little bit as opposed to really coming down. So potentially Bitcoin only comes down to 95k. For me, I'm saying like worst case, I see Bitcoin coming down to this region here on the back of like some significant correction. But otherwise, I think Bitcoin will probably stay around here or come down a little bit following a price move. I mean, either way, if you look at Bitcoin closer right now, it already had a correction of sorts the last 2 days following Microsoft and the war and everything else. And it came down from its 101k down to 94k. So we already did see a correction with Bitcoin, quite a significant one on the daily as well. And now we're covered again. So maybe Bitcoin won't come down further. Again, it depends on where institutions want to send Bitcoin going right now. Because right now we're seeing more adoption with crypto as a whole. For example, Bitcoin ETFs ads appear on Alipay, China's largest payment app, promoting crypto investment with links to Coinbase stock and ARK21 shares, which is huge news. Furthermore, BlackRock says that Bitcoin at $2 trillion market cap, which is, basically there right now, it is there right now, even it's surpassed that right now, offers a similar risk profile to the Magnificent Seven, being Apple, Amazon, Tesla, Nvidia, Meta, Google, and Microsoft. So Bitcoin apparently now is being compared to the Magnificent Seven, according to BlackRock, which is huge news, saying that 2% allocation in Bitcoin is reasonable. So maybe they're not going to send Bitcoin low. Maybe they want Bitcoin to stay at this price to make it go higher again. It depends on what they want to do. Let's go, George. My man, welcome to the stream. Get to 100. I mean, yeah, if you enjoy the stream, leave a like. I love it. Leave a like, share, subscribe for more. Good up. Subscribe for more. What's up, Lelissa? Hope you're doing well. Hi, you're new to Kaspa fam. Just got in a few days ago. Never felt so good about such a good opportunity. Yeah, I mean, once more, none of this financial advice, do your own research, but based on the research that I have conducted and we all conducted in this space, I think Kaspa's got a lot of upward momentum coming very shortly based on the fact that it's been down for so long, based on the developments like this I'm getting to get to now. Smart contracts, 10 BPS coming soon, balancing coming, and so on and so forth. Captain Sat says, yes, founder Jonathan Tompilinski, his thoughts on the upcoming L1, L design, ZK rollout, smart contracts, so on and so forth. He puts basically that the construction I'm proposing here extracts the best of all architecture. So basically, because Kaspa's had so long to develop and research, they have been able to devise kind of the best of both worlds to get literally the best of every single blockchain. So Ethereum, in regards to smart contracts, it has the best parts of Ethereum, it has the best part of Solana, it has the best parts of Tron and all the other chains as well. It is going to be one of the most scalable, the fastest, seamless proof of work L1, the endgame of L1s, and smart contracts will bring more and more onboard more people to the platform. Starting this cycle, it won't be significant enough this cycle, I don't believe, but it will start this cycle and be even more relevant and more obvious coming next cycle as well. Remember, as I mentioned in my stream yesterday, that Wall Street or massive institutions at least, they're actually investing and have been investing in L1s, whereas Kaspa right now has been a little bit lackluster because, again, it's very, very new. 91% of institutional investors invest in L1 protocols. So whether they're doing it with Kaspa now or in the near future, they will be investing. I mean, that's why you got the KRI again. The KRI, which also put here, this combined with some of the other efforts, will make Kaspa extraordinarily important for the financial industry. This is what the next generation of crypto is all about. Talking about, this is basically on the interview that Sopolinsky did recently in Australia. Why 100 BPS on Kaspa? So why would you need 100 BPS when 10 seems fast enough? You can have MEV resistance, today's L1s, leader-based consensus, Kaspa 100 BPS will be parallel sequencing. It'll be much, much better and be able to handle that sort of stuff. So it's a result. I mean, again, information once more provided on my Discord server. I'll put it in there. This video as well, very, very, very insightful. But this is why Kaspa once more has the potential, and why these Wall Street institutions, these massive institutions, will start looking towards Kaspa if they haven't done already, because they're investing in L1s, and Kaspa is going to be the end game at L1s. That's why Zodia have partnered with Kaspa. That's why Marathon have diversified from Bitcoin to add Kaspa. Speaking of which, Marathon, again, for those who aren't aware, Marathon who are mining Kaspa, those who've been paying attention or would have been looking at Marathon, they would have been saying, oh yeah, we at Marathon, we can mine Kaspa to buy more Bitcoin, right? Type in Kaspa on their file here, and you can see they're talking about Kaspa here. You've got Kaspa right here. So last quarter, or 2 quarters ago, they had 88 or 89 million Kaspa. And that's when it's at 19, that's when it's near all-time highs at 19 cents. It's come down to 15.8 cents at that point there, and they added another 20 million more Kaspa to their balance sheet. So despite the fact that they said we can mine Kaspa to get more Bitcoin, they aren't doing that. They're just getting more Kaspa. You've got Marathon, who, keep in mind, they do what their shareholders want them to do. So Wall Street, so BlackRock, what they want them to do. So they're getting more Kaspa. So Wall Street already know of Kaspa, and L1s invest in and tier 1s and global elites and Wall Street invest in L1s. So Kaspa, by that logic, will be one that will be heavily invested into in the future. Hence why the KI is also involved and going to utilize Kaspa in the energy sector, financial sector, and send it much, much higher. This for me is a major catalyst for Kaspa. It's a big catalyst. KRI, smart contracts, 10 BPS, a very big catalyst for Kaspa. The biggest one for retail is the listings like Binance, of course. They will be coming in due time. For me, it is inevitability. It will happen. There's too many connections now for us to be ignored at this point. Especially now KLC20 is getting involved as well. Nacho and Conan, again, very big news. So it's quite evident that Binance and Kaspa will be happening in due time. When, again, it's tough to say. But when you're seeing these developments happening more and more with 10 BPS, with smart contracts, it just gives them more of an incentive to want to list the project sooner as well. Because it's going to be an end game sort of level of stuff coming to Kaspa effectively. And we're seeing, again, the adoption of crypto is not dying down at all. BlackRock getting more involved. Even, other countries, parts of like China as well, who are starting to unban Bitcoin and crypto and start mining it, like Russia as well, getting more involved in crypto and Bitcoin. ARC21 shares as well has connection to Kaspa as well, because they are also key partners of Zodia Custody, who is now partner of Kaspa. So either way, there's a good chance, I like to believe, that you'll see Kaspa 10 BPS happen in the cycle. I think smart contracts happen in the cycle as well. I think you'll probably see ETFs like Kaspa the cycle as well, potentially. And those could be game changing for Kaspa, setting its price higher than we'd like to believe. I'm still holding conservative on $2 in my belief. But again, I wouldn't be surprised to see it go a bit higher. I'm not saying $10. I think it's a bit unrealistic. But I'm not saying it's impossible, but I'm saying it's quite unrealistic. I think for me, best case scenario is probably $7. But anything above, anything above $3, $4 for me is quite good. And even then, if you're holding it long term for multiple cycles like I plan to do, then it'll be reaching the likes of $10, $100 in the future as well. I'd like to believe, and it'll go much, much higher. And all this stuff is going to be fully implemented by that point as well. You have smart contracts on Kaspa, you have ZK wallets on Kaspa, you have Dagnite on Kaspa, you have 10 BPS on Kaspa, even not 100 by that point maybe. You have KRI launching projects on Kaspa already as well. You have ETFs for Kaspa as well. You have Wall Street fully involved, investing in Kaspa as well. All these catalysts, trillions will be flooding into the space. And remember, Roy O'Neill of the KRI also mentioned to a massive financial institution that manages 20 to 40 trillions of dollars a year, that as you change from Ethereum to Kaspa, you can save tens of millions of dollars a year. So he's already doing his due diligence as, a member of the KRI to get Kaspa's name out there, to tell people, yeah, Kaspa's better than Ethereum, or Kaspa's better than this project, come to Kaspa instead. It's not a sprint, it's a marathon. It'll take some time, but that's once more why I'm happy that I'm early into Kaspa right now. As George or Home, my man, I apologize for butchering your name, but George says that, it's a great opportunity right now. At least I like to believe so. A very good opportunity. Is very undervalued right now. It is 45% undervalued according to the power law, and with what's coming to Kaspa regarding more exchanges starting to accumulate more potentially. This is the Binance wallet here. Equally, this one could be as well. We're seeing more exchanges building up more Kaspa. For me, a significant one is coming very, very soon. More just rising higher and higher, and also even the hash rate after its collapse of sorts in the last 2 days has started to recover again, which is expected. So even the hash rate then is starting to come back to normal levels again, which is very good to see. The adoption of Kaspa is not falling off at all. What's up, to go to my man? Welcome back to the stream. Early stream today. Yeah, I've got to be off at 7 about 6:30 p.m. where I'm at, so in about half an hour. So I had to do it a little bit early, unfortunately. But I thought either way, I get the daily content out for everyone still. But yeah, you didn't miss it, my man. Don't worry about it. Brother, do you think the peak of the altcoin will be April, May, or November? I mean, it depends. I can't say for sure. No one can say for sure. Everyone can make predictions about it. Based on historical data, it suggests it will probably be in April, May, because that's when the market will get very overheated, and this CBBI normally calls the market top, so it could potentially happen as soon as April, May. But once more, with there being institutional adoption here, who are flooding in trillions into the market, they may want crypto and Bitcoin to go higher than we expect. They could just keep the stuff going longer and longer. I'm playing on the thesis that it will be an April, May top potentially, or maybe a top, maybe not the top, because again, last cycle we saw it double top. Last cycle we saw it top here, and then come back again going higher. But I'm playing off the thesis that it will be a top in April, May. And that may be the top, but again, that'll be when I'll probably start looking more to take my portfolio out a bit more. But either way, I'll still be playing on the potential there being a longer run based on the fact that there's institutional adoption involved. And either way, my belief in Kaspa is based on what I've seen for Kaspa already as a project, doing this in a bear cycle. Even if the top comes in April, May, and you don't get smart contracts till July or September, I still think that Kaspa will have at least stem the bleeding, or at least have their own miniature run following smart contracts and other major listings potentially. Because again, Kaspa can go against Bitcoin, has already done so in the past. Right now, if you look at Kaspa Bitcoin right now, Kaspa's still outperforming Bitcoin since its launch. Only up 24%, so it's not drastic, but still outperforming Bitcoin right now. But you can see right here, this is when we saw Kaspa peak all-time highs. It was here. All-time high peak here for Kaspa, and then it came down. But Bitcoin came down as well, so it didn't really do nothing much there. And then this whole last 2 or 3 months, it's come down massively, and now it's just consolidating around this bottom part here. But should Kaspa be a better product than Bitcoin, quote unquote, it's been consolidating down here for the past since November. So for the past month or so, month and a half, it's been consolidating down here. So therefore, Kaspa as a cheaper Bitcoin 2.0, so to speak, have a higher ROI, in my belief. Kaspa should soon enough start to return to outperforming Bitcoin quite comfortably again. So start going up again very, very shortly. I can't say how much it will be, but we've seen it outperform throughout this whole cycle. Only time it didn't outperform was at the very, very beginning down here, and then it came up, consolidated, came down, pumped up massively, came down again. So I think we're due for Kaspa to outperform Bitcoin massively again very shortly. You should look at other projects as well that also have, other projects obviously can try and compare to Bitcoin as well. Like, for example, Sui. Sui, I'm sure, is outperforming Bitcoin quite well right now, as we can see, because Sui is a new project, so it always outperforms. But either way, look, it's actually, tell a lie, it's actually neutral almost. Sui is actually neutral to Bitcoin in terms of performance. So now that means Sui potentially could go on a much more parabolic run, because Sui has been underperforming against Bitcoin. Now it's surpassing it, so therefore we can see Sui run a little bit more as well. Of course, Sui is nowhere near comparison to Kaspa. They're two different projects. Both seemingly L1s, but Sui's got VC backing. It's also not got much tokens and allocation available for the public, for the consumer. So, it's more liable to risk in that regard as well. Kaspa's more decentralized, it's better project, it's faster, I like to believe, or at least it will be soon. So Kaspa's why I want to hold Kaspa for that reason. I do hold Sui for the fact that yes, I think it will do well and it's doing well. I'm up like 3x on it, so it's not bad, 300%. But I think Kaspa also has got a good run ahead of it as well. And Bitcoin dominance, I think, is starting to fall off a little bit. Bitcoin dominance. Yeah, so there you go. It's starting to go towards altcoin season again, dipping off a little bit. Ethereum's also ran into all-time highs, which once more, again, remember, once Ethereum reaches all-time highs, that will be normally a key indicator for altcoin season to start again. So ultimately, the run for other altcoins and Kaspa seems to be going closer and closer based on Bitcoin dominance, based on Kaspa versus Bitcoin, based on developments for Kaspa like Binance coming, 10 BPS, smart contracts, based on Ethereum reaching near all-time highs, and everything else. Blessed enough that I could add another bag, 400k Kaspa this week. Big up to you, Matthew, looking very, very strong, my man. Love to hear that. What's up, Hugo? You do well, my man. What's up, Bingo Bango 22 as well? Bro, stop, we moved on. I think you're the only one that's moved on, my man. Kaspa is rubbish. Okay, never mind. It's you and AB who think that, who've moved on. I mean, that's fine. That's fine. If you guys moved on, that's fine. Hopefully you're having good fun with, what's it, Jasmine? Actually, what is Jasmine doing right now? I know Jasmine had a good run. I'm not sure what Jasmine's doing right now. I've not looked at Jasmine. I don't hold it. In the last 7 days. Okay, Jasmine's had its run and then start coming back down. I mean, that's expected. Again, projects come up and down as expected. But yeah, I mean, Kaspa right now is it's starting to go through its run, right? Starting to go through its run. It'll have its time, I think, in the next couple of weeks. That's why I think a new autumn high will happen very, very shortly. Can't we mine Kaspa or Bitcoin using quantum? I don't actually know. I really don't. I'll be honest. I can't. Yeah, I can't say for sure. Maybe it's. I'll see if I can try and look it up for you off stream when I get the chance to. I'll save the question like I did with other members I did in the past and see if I can look it up for you. But I can't say for sure. I don't know if that's possible just yet. Quantum's still very, very new, so it's really tough to determine. Gus says CG is bad. Lost a lot of on KRC20. Thinking about going all in on Kaspa. Can I make profits by Q2? I'm sorry to hear that, my man. That you see that you had trouble with CG. I'm thinking not the only one as well. I know people have made money through him, so some win, some lose. It's kind of how the market goes, unfortunately. In response to your question, if you want to, I mean, I personally do believe in diversification. That's why, as much as Kaspa's my biggest bag, 70% of my allocations in Kaspa, but I do hold XRP, I hold Sui, I hold C, I hold Tau, I hold Desync, I hold Vulcan Forge, I hold Solana memes. I hold quite a bit. If you've got smaller capital, then you shouldn't be diversifying as much. If you were to go all in on one project, for me, it would be either Bitcoin or Kaspa. In regards to ROI, Bitcoin's safer. I think Kaspa's still got a good amount of ROI potential from here. So I can't say where I'll go from Q2, but I think Kaspa again should reach $2 a cycle. I'm praying. That's my belief again, not financial advice. It may not reach that, but I believe it reached $2. And if that's the case, then you got about 10 to 15x from here. So yes, that's my belief again. But you got to do your own research and trade your own discretion, or better still, come learn more and chill and chat in my free Discord server. Again, links on my YouTube home screen right here in the description. Also, it's in my Discord, it's in the chat right now. Based on quick research, yeah. In your opinion, not financial advice, do you think Kaspa hits all time this week? This week, no. I'd love to be wrong, but I don't think so. I think the FOMC meeting is in 6 days' time, which will likely be more rate cuts, which will be a big deal for crypto and Bitcoin to start rallying. But if Bitcoin starts rallying again, you go back to a Bitcoin dominance market, which means that alts will come with it, but it won't start flying. It'll start flying when Bitcoin dominance falls off and Ethereum surpasses all-time highs, which is Ethereum's going to probably surpass all-time highs in the next week or two. I think Kaspa may reach all-time highs by the end of the year, so weeks away. But I think it depends on the FOMC meeting and the announcements made from it. I'd be surprised if it reaches by the end of the week. Of course, that would be after the meeting, but I think Kaspa might return to these levels again. But I'd be surprised if it goes as high as here in a week. Maybe in the next, 2 or 3 weeks, potentially. Kaspa at 16.70 cents till Binance somewhere in Q1 2025, maybe even at the end of the alt season is May. So do not be all in on Kaspa or you'll risk missing the entire alt season. I mean, again, there's a massive, incentive between the two, between people who think Kaspa's going to miss the alt season, people who think it's going to do well. Again, it's based on your own research and do your own research. For me, I diversify because I think it's worth doing. But I don't think Kaspa's going to miss the alt season at all. Because once more, coins in their first altcoins, every single coin in their first cycle always does very, very well. Again, take Sui for example. Or even better still, you can take the likes of C as well. Both of these two are L1s who have only launched this cycle. And they're doing very well right now. They do have VC backing, so there is a difference, of course. But again, they're doing well right now, and they will go higher, both those two projects. Kaspa, the same example. Of course, Kaspa had a run early, so it had a whole year of cooling off. Because it had a whole year of cooling off, everyone's like, oh, I'm not going to do anything now, because they're worried about it, which is fair. You're entitled to your own belief, but I don't think Kaspa's going to miss the alt season at all. I think when it has its run, it will be very, very volatile. The same way you saw, the likes of Sui have very, very quick runs. You saw Sui have, even recently, you had Sui had a 20% run here. Even though we've seen Kaspa as well. Kaspa not too long ago as well had runs equally as parabolic at the beginning of November here. You saw have a 20% run on that day, and then another 20% run also on that day. Your Kaspa can run very quickly. It's been proven. If we get the Binance listings, we get the 10 BPS, get smart contracts, get ETFs as well. I think Kaspa will still be here for the alt. It might just pump late. That's what I believe. Now, I do again believe diversification is the better thing again, but that's your own decision to do. If you're going to aim into a project though, then I would say maybe Kaspa's not a bad one to go into because again, it should do well. I believe it will do, and I think it's got more cycles to come. But if you think it's going to miss the alt season, that's fine. You're welcome to that belief. I disagree with the sentiment, but that's just that's disagreement's healthy. Nothing wrong with disagreement. It is marathon, not Zarathon. I mean, yeah, that's my list coming through. I'm speaking a bit quickly. I apologise for that. I think we have a holiday surprise. I like to think we will do as well. I'm hoping we do as well. Bro, red or green, you're always a Kaspa bull. Hats off to you. I mean, yeah. I mean, it's a maxi behaviour. I understand that I'm definitely a maxi. So there's definitely a bit of bias behind what I believe as well because I wanted to do well. But at the same time, it's not just based on emotion, right? Because emotionally speaking, I would be very, very ticked off of Kaspa right now because it's not done very well in a very long time. But I'm looking at it as an astrological standpoint. It's building a lot. It's getting the adoption coming through. Wall Street's coming through quicker and quicker. Donald Trump's starting to transform the space. All these sort of developments are very, very big news. And as a result, therefore, and I've seen what's coming to Kaspa, it's not like it's a finished product. It's a product that's halfway completed, if that. And it's building more coming out this cycle. Yes, it's going to come late, but it's coming out this cycle. So I still remain bullish on Kaspa. And I think that, what I do here, reason again why I have a Discord server, which is again link in chat, is to provide a way for, because when I did my first cycle last cycle, I made a lot of mistakes. The biggest one of that was, seeing a project go down and start and then just getting out of it because you're scared of it and you think it's not going to do anything anymore. But I realised the importance of doing your own research and also looking at what people were saying about a project, but also making your own opinions of it. And your own opinion can be based off other people's opinion. I'm not saying people say, oh yeah, I say $2 to Kaspa, so you believe $2. I know CG says $10, which I think is a bit much, but again, you may hear us both and then do your own research and advise, oh, I want to do a middle gun of $5 Kaspa this cycle. It's up to you where you think it's going to go. You might even think, like some of the people think not going to do anything this cycle, and that's fine as well. But my whole premise of what I do these streams for, what I do my free Discord server for, is just to try and provide information for everyone to give you conviction on what you're holding, and also understand that a price comes down does not mean it's dead. Kaspa came down 50% here, which we've seen it come down 70% in the past. Down here we saw it come down 70%. So we've seen big correction for Kaspa in the past already, so that's not a big deal for me. More importantly, during this whole corrective behaviour of Kaspa 50%, we saw the addresses of Kaspa continue to increase more and more by I think 50k or something like that, if not 100k, and the hash rate continued to increase or stabilise at 1.3, 1.4 EH. So the adoption for Kaspa didn't fall off at all. It's just the price was moving. So that, again, people will get very, very frustrated and very, flustered when the price doesn't move and it goes down. And I'm like, I mean, it's one of the hardest traits to remove as an investor, to remove emotions, because it's also a very sort of thin line, because you've got to be able to remove your own emotions, but also understand as a trader, as a logical investor, you got to play on other people's emotions, because people are going to be emotional. So you got to understand, okay, so I think Kaspa's coming down. That's bad, but I believe it's going to come back, so I'm not worried about it. But where it will come down to, I'm not sure. Let's see what's going on in the community. Everyone's fighting Kaspa, everyone's emotional about Kaspa coming down. What's happening in the space? So you've got to understand, okay, this is what people believe, so I'm now going to be logical and think and play off their emotions. I said that Kaspa was going to come down to 12.5 cents at the lowest. It came down a little bit lower. I said to people in the stream, I would be very, very surprised if Kaspa surpasses and goes below this wick here, which it technically did by like 0.01 cents, but it basically rebounded on the same level. I said it'd be very surprised if it goes lower than this, because this is a bottom for Kaspa. That's a bottom wick, that's a bottom wick, and it's meant to be still going in the bullish momentum, meant to be higher lows and higher highs. It shouldn't surpass lower than that. And it basically rebounded off the same thing. That's a double bottom now. And double bottom potentially means that we can see higher highs as well. People were saying it's going to come down to 6 cents. And I was like, you've got to also, again, understand the level of people who are just extremists, right? Because there are people who are saying it'll come down to 6 cents, 5 cents, come to 3 cents again, or even just come down to here. And I'm like, while it is possible, it just seems extremely unlikely. The fact that we've seen Kaspa come through such a heavy correction, I mean, it was possible, because Kaspa's seen 70% correction in the past, that would bring it down to, 6 cents again. So it was possible. But again, I think this for me was a very strong level of support. And coincidentally, once we hit that, we rebounded off straight away. So it comes down to a case of dividing your own trading strategies and just trying to build off what you know. But again, if Kaspa wasn't building anything, then maybe it would have come down further. But they kept building. KRC20, 10 per second, smart contracts, more listings. Kraken coming through as well is a big help for that as well. Despite Kraken didn't do much in the grand scheme of things, arguably, but Kraken announcement was here on the 14th of November. We got it here and it went up to here, 34%. This reversal here is based off the FOMC meeting, seeing more rate cuts. And, Kaspa also hitting a bottom. And Kaspa always does well after the rate cuts. Potentially see Kaspa go higher as well. And as Buff Link says, as I always forget, if you leave a like, it helps out more than you know, share with your friends and subscribe for more. Hopefully we're going to see some big price pumps for Kaspa very, very shortly. You remind me of Jim Carrey, Czar, a lot of good messages. I mean, yeah, I am currently, I'll be honest, I'm trying to hold off banning Czar, or at least just giving him a timeout, because he is spamming the chat and it's a bit frustrating because I'm trying to read questions. So Czar, I do respect you as a troll and I do enjoy your company at times, but can you keep the spamming down to a minimum, please? Because I don't want to time you out. Because everyone's entitled to their own belief and say what they want, but you're welcome to troll if you want. If it gets too much, obviously I have to take action, but if it's spamming, that I don't get behind. I don't appreciate the spam. Are you adding any new blue chips to your portfolio before 2025 top? Probably not. At this point in the cycle, with how close we are right now, I'm going to probably just fill up more in the bags that I already have. So, that comes down to like XRP, Kaspa, Sui, C, Tau, Desync, them ones. I might get a few gaming ones potentially as like some late plays. During the peak of the cycle, when the cycle's coming through, I might start getting into some micro caps to try and flip quick profits, which are high risk. I did that in the last cycle at least, and I lost a hell of a lot, but I also made some as well, so it was, win-lose. But for the most part, I'll probably just start looking towards putting more money into projects I already hold, and then maybe going through memes and making money through memes and micro caps and putting it more into projects I hold. That'll be probably what I do, because once you're in your... I already have the money in my projects, I'm already going to make my gains from them. I don't need to go into it anymore. Sometimes when Kaspa gets worldwide adoption, I have a feeling it's going to attract Bitcoin during bull run season. I mean, yeah, once Kaspa gets its adoption, I think Kaspa's going to probably detach from Bitcoin and start, doing its own little thing. It already kind of does its own little thing anyways, But I think Kaspa's once it gets adoption, it will... People who have been fading Kaspa will be quiet. People who didn't realize about Kaspa will start saying a lot more. So, in due time, I'm sure. Kaspa 9% and 10% MSTR for me. Great to hear, my man. Great to hear. Sounds like I think you got a decent allocation there, Jeff. Do you plan on discussing other projects as well for alt season? I will probably discuss them more so in my Discord server. I do occasionally mention other projects on my streams. I mentioned the fact that I hold XRP. Speaking of which, actually, RUSD recently got launched, their stablecoin, And, you know, apparently, therefore, Ripple's going to plan to have an IPO on the US stock exchange next year, which would be a very big deal for XRP and its price action. And apparently, it's arriving at a crucial moment in crypto based on the fact that, you know, regulations are coming through for stablecoins very, very shortly. Also, apparently, the USDT Tether stablecoin is going to be, you know, it's not compliant with MiCA in Europe. That's going to be coming through end of this year. So that might be a big market for XRP and RUSD as well. So I look at some other projects occasionally. XRP on occasion. SUI, rarely, but on occasion. C, I mentioned the fact that I'm bullish on gaming. I probably will go in more depth in my Discord server. Again, relinking the chat. But I mean, yeah, I do plan to cover other projects in the space as well. But the best time to get into them would be either right here, right now, or a few months ago. You know, get into new projects right now while, again, you're more than happy to and more than welcome to. Me, from what I experienced through last cycle, you know, getting into new projects, just it can, at this stage in particular, can be a big risk. Because again, the project may not catch the cycle because it's so late. Or, you know, it's too small for a project or whatever it may be. So you're kind of better off just filling up on your allocation on the project you already have. Or memes. I guess memes is also not too bad. Holding is the key to the future. I hold since Bitcoin was $35,000 and ETH was $150. Now I hold Kaspa. Walk by faith, not by sight. Just hold peeps. Wise world's crypto goes through. I completely agree, my man. Kaspa will not miss the altcoin season. Let's say Binance comes late. Kaspa will still go up with the rest of the market, but moving slowly. Yeah, I mean that's my belief as well. That, you know, Kaspa is while it's going to probably a lot of developments happening late, it won't miss the cycle. It might happen late, but I don't think it'll miss the cycle. I think it'll just be a slower mover, but also then just start pumping on its own a little bit as well. You know, it's its first cycle, and first cycle altcoins always perform very, very well. Kaspa's already performed very, very well as it is, but it's going to perform a lot better, I think, from this point on as well. Again, I'm still saying $2 minimum. Binance is the boost for Kaspa. If Kaspa doesn't get Binance, then let's just say, I mean, yeah, if Kaspa does not get Binance, that will be a problem. But again, the sources I've showcased in this video and in the past, and also on my server, showcase the strong belief behind Binance and Kaspa happening very soon with KLC20 projects as well, Conan and Nacho, and also the connection to Binance and Kaspa here as well. So for me, it's going to happen. Not a matter of if, just a matter of when. Not financial advice, but what price do you see Kaspa in a decade? Good question. I mean, I want to say in a decade, so that'll put it at 2036. There'll be small amounts, but still be more Kaspa in circulation. All of it gets mined out, I think, 2039. I think in a decade, so that's 3 cycles time, it should be, I want to say 3 figures at least. You know, I want to say 3 figures at least it'll reach by then. In a decade, 3 cycles from now, I think it should reach at least $100. I'm hoping. Of course, we'll have to wait and see. It depends on the adoption. Depends if Kaspa still stays relevant by that point, which I think it will be. You've got the KRI, you've got Wall Street getting involved, you've got the developments, you'll see all the stuff. Kaspa will probably obliterate a lot of other projects in the space as well, based on the fact that it's superior in terms of speed and stuff like that. So, yeah, I think it is. I want to say $100, but of course, that's a really hard to pick up, really, you know, accurate and well-based prediction on prices that far in the future, based on the fact that it's so far in the future. It depends on what Wall Street want to do, what institutional money wants to do. If crypto's still relevant by then, who knows? I think it will be, but of course, time will tell. I mean, I know a lot of people talk about this as a turbo. People talking about Mankey as well, or Manakey as well. So people talk about memes a lot right now. Altcoin season hasn't started yet. Bitcoin dominance is still too high for most alts are underway. I mean, yeah. Again, alt season. We've seen small sparks of alt season from other projects, like again SUI, all-time highs. You know, XRP returning to higher levels again. Ethereum near all-time highs. A lot of them are nearing all-time highs, but they haven't surpassed it yet. So alt season's not started properly yet. Kaspa is also an example of that. So Kaspa right now is following along. Like, people are following Kaspa. I understand it's been a rough year, but again, it's only down 20% from all-time highs. That's not far at all. That's really not far at all. You know, other projects are equally down similar levels. Like C, for example, just to make a comparison, C from its all-time highs, it's down 40%. And I think C is going to be a massive gain in the cycle. Ethereum's not that far now. It's only down 3%, so that could be it, but it's a bigger token as well. Look at something a little bit smaller. Let's go for, I'm trying to think, what project can I look towards? Cardano? Sure, let's go for Cardano. So that's Cardano on trading view here. So ADA. Cardano from all-time highs. I mean, look at that. From all-time highs, Cardano is down like 60%. Obviously, Cardano. That's also why I believe Kaspa should flip Cardano this cycle potentially. Like Kaspa is only 20% away from all-time highs, and you've got other projects that are still like 60% down. Alt season has not started at all yet. ADA, I think, will return to all-time highs. I'm not sure how far it'll go. I think ADA though should return to all-time highs, but a lot of these projects still have a lot of room to go. Kaspa is just in the midst of alt season right now. You know, it's not performing badly. In the comparison to the top 100, it has been bad in comparison, but it's near the top already, so it hasn't got a lot to move to surpass all-time highs, you know. So yeah, we are still very, very early, definitely. Peace out. Let's go all-time high by the end of the week, I believe. I mean, hopefully, I would not be against that. I'd be surprised. Depends on what the FOMC meeting can do, but I'm hoping end of the year definitely we'll see all-time high or close to it. Do you think XRP will be essentially dead in next cycle? No. Capital will definitely take a top spot, but I don't think XRP will be dead because XRP has been around. Ripple's been around longer than Bitcoin, and they have the government and central bank connections. So I think central banks want to use XRP. So I think XRP might get less relevant with Kaspa coming involved, and especially if Kaspa starts taking the clients from Ripple. But I don't think XRP will be dead. I think there'll be certain tokens that will die off. Maybe Litecoin, for example. Who knows? Maybe Cardano, for example. Who knows? Cardano equally is lacking in certain areas. But I think XRP, I think Kaspa in particular will be around. I think XRP may also be around as well. Tau, I think, will be about as AI is growing more and more. I think it's going to be a very, very big runner later on into the cycle 2025. Of course, time will tell. Possibly. I do possibly think it's possible. 14.9 cents, putting it around here again. Definitely possible. It depends on the developments happening. If Bitcoin correct, if we get no rate cuts, then yes, I expect it will probably happen. If we get rate cuts, then we probably will see it again, but maybe not anytime soon. Because again, we've seen what's happened in the last year. It's gone new all-time high, come down. So maybe we see it again. But I'm not, hedging my bets on it. Smash the likes, or we going to zero on Christmas? Yeah, Toggle Delay says smash the likes on the video and the streams. Help him more than you know. If you don't, Kaspa will go to zero tomorrow or on Christmas Day. Donut will ensure Kaspa's future for the next decade and beyond. Mark my words. I believe so as well. Donut's going to be game changer for Kaspa, and that's also to an extent what was talked about in this. I'll put this in my Discord server again. Very, very big. Bitcoin is gold. Kaspa is the new silver. Kaspa is an investment for years. Do you agree? Yes. I think Bitcoin is definitely digital gold. The sentiment behind Kaspa being digital silver has fallen off a little bit, which I kind of agree with. But I agree with both. Like Kaspa, yeah, Kaspa is just the next Bitcoin, so to speak. I'm not saying it's gold, but it's the actual what Bitcoin's meant to be for. So you could say yes, it's still the digital silver to an extent, but I do agree Kaspa is a good investment for years. That's what I'm holding it for. I'm holding it for a long time, years and years to come, and I'm gonna hopefully make a lot of money from it. Hopefully we're all gonna be making a lot of money from it. I will buy your bag. Oh yeah. Do you think Kaspa will drop below 10 cents during the bear market? Good question. It depends on the top, right? I mean, if Kaspa reaches only 50 cents a cycle at its top, then yes. Because I'm basing it on the fact that with Bitcoin you typically see an 80% correction in the market from its top. You go to a Bitcoin top here, you saw it correct about 80-70%. So based on that logic, a lot of alts will kind of run similar fashion, correcting that severely. Look at Ethereum, for example, or look at let's look at Solana, for example, at least then. Solana, for example, all-time highs last cycle, came down 95%, so it came down quite significantly. Everyone thought it was dead round here, and obviously now look where it's at right now. It's doing insane. So I think in that logic then, if Kaspa comes down 9%, similarly, then $1 maybe. If Kaspa reaches $1, then maybe it comes down 10 cents, but otherwise then I'm still holding $2 Kaspa. That's what I want to believe it will reach to. So therefore, I think 10 cents Kaspa is probably not going to come again in the next cycle, unless something drastic happens. because anything can happen. We could see some form of black swan event that can cause a massive collapse, which is definitely on the cards, I think. But I'll be surprised to see a 10 cent Kaspa again in the next bear cycle. XRP is too big to die. Yeah, that's also the thing. Yeah, like XRP, as much as people don't like it, and that's understandable, it is just too big to die. It's just far too big. You know, number 4 right now, or number 443. Yeah, now yeah, just short of tether. But it's flipped tether already. It'll flip it again. The XRP is too big to die. It might even flip Ethereum this cycle. Who knows? If it reaches $10, it'll flip Ethereum this cycle. I think it will. Anyone who has some Kaspa bag and wants to sell 10 cents, I'm buying. Yeah, exactly. If you want to buy Kaspa, if you want to, sell your Kaspa bag, that's fine. I'll buy the dips as well, man. Like, again, I don't care what you guys do with your bags and your cycles. I'm just giving you information based on Kaspa and crypto, where it's going to go, what Ripple's doing right now, what other projects are doing, the belief in crypto's market right now, the fact that we're going to see higher highs hopefully very, very soon, the fact that we still got some developments regarding lawsuits, stuff like that as well, which I'll get into in a moment. But again, Kaspa was coming to it, Binance, smart contracts, all this sort of stuff, KRI, for me, I think Kaspa's going to go higher. So if you have lack of faith in Kaspa, lack of conviction, that's fine. You're welcome to sell. I don't care. But I'll be buying. I'll continue to buy Kaspa until it reaches $1. Just buy more Supra and Kaspa. I mean, I agree with Kaspa. I have no idea what Supra is. Let's look at Supra real quick. Supra is a very small project. On Bybit, KuCoin, Mexi, Gate, and WeX. So only 5 exchange listings. They are decent exchange listings to be, say the least, but small. What's it about? A powerful L1 blockchain. Okay. I mean, yeah. If you want to get into Supra, that's Supra right there. I can't attest to it personally. It's done well since its launch, which, okay, it launched literally a month ago. So it launched a month ago, so that is interesting. So either way, it's currently up to 400%. It's a very, very new project, so again, the risk for it is very, very high. In a span of a short time period, it's got quite a lot of listings, so that's good to see, so definitely got some VC backing, I'd imagine. There's another L1 chain, L1s, that's kind of similar to what, Kaspa's is L1 as well, of course not the same thing, because it's proof of work, but, that's Supra at least. Very new project, it might make you can create gains, but again, the risk is much, much higher, so be careful of that. Kaspa smart contract in TPS cannot not be at least $2. That's what I'd like to believe as well. Based on that, based on tier 1 listings, based on everything else, I think Kaspa should reach at least $2 a cycle. That's my belief at least. It's not my saying it's going to happen, but of course time will tell, Gate going for app command. That's what it looks like right now as well, truth be told. Gate again is building more and more. Gate not that long ago came down quite significantly in their holdings of Kaspa. They were down to 140 mil Kaspa, and now they're buying more and more constantly. They're going to reach app command very, very soon. They're buying more and they're sending it off. I'm guessing people are buying it off Gate. That's what it is. Unless it's exchange buying it off, again, who knows? But again, we're seeing the growth and adoption happening from Gate in particular and other exchanges as well. And again, this one potentially is a Binance wallet, which is also accumulating more and more. We've been seeing and it also makes sense as well for it to be Binance, because again, if you look at Gates again, just to make a comparison, Gate obviously who lists Kaspa, even Mexi who lists Kaspa, and then we look at this Binance, the allegedly Binance one, Gate buying Kaspa, you see it start losing some, sending some out, because of the exchange trading Kaspa. Same thing with Mexi. Mexi, this one's just been selling more and more. This is maybe not a good example for this Mexi one. Look at this Mexi one then, maybe for example. I'm not sure which one they're actually using actively to trade right now. This one here, this Mexi one, look, coming up and down as well. So either way, you're seeing the balance fluctuate quite consistently. But then you look at this wallet here, be building up more and more and just nothing else. So it's been holding Kaspa. So either it's a massive holder, like a massive retail holder, which I think is unlikely, or it's an exchange who's just not actively listed Kaspa yet, which I think is more likely. And again, exchanges tend to buy more and more in preparation for a big move, for a project. That's what I think is happening with Kaspa right now, preparing. You're seeing these exchange, the volume's going higher because they're preparing for a big listing, a big launch of Kaspa to send its price going higher very shortly. That's what history seems to tell us as well. Supra's 2 weeks old, so nice project, but very risky. I think it would be a good project to buy in the bear market. Should do good next cycle and do what Sui is doing now. Good to hear. Again, that puts Supra on your watch list then, for potentially what it could do in the cycle then. What it could potentially be. Maybe next a big coin. Similarly to what you saw for the likes of other projects who launched at the peak of the bear cycle, did very well this cycle, and then bear cycle, it just came down massively. Maybe you get into it then. Again, that's up for you to decide. $2 low for me. We'll see the FOMO arrive, and we'll celebrate together on this channel, and we will remember that we bought it earlier. Yeah, I think $2 again could be quite low. That's my bearish prediction once more. Again, it may not reach that, may not even surpass it, but I'm holding Kaspa long term, multiple cycles, so what it reaches this cycle doesn't bother me at all. I think $2 again is my minimum. I'd like to be able to reach at least that. And once Kaspa surpasses all-time highs, I'll celebrate. Once it goes higher, we'll all celebrate. Because again, I've been doing Kaspa streaming since this top here. So it's been a rough 4 months for me and everyone else here, definitely. But I've stayed strong in my conviction, and I'm hoping it's going to pay off very, very soon. And yeah, we'll all be here because Gosu, DD, Bingo Bango, everyone else as well, I'm sure will be here. And more people as well jump to the channel when we see Kaspa surpass all-time highs. Everyone's going to know what's going on. People are underrating the idea of centralized P2P payment system. I honestly think it's the future. I used to just be in crypto because of the money, but I realized it actually played a role IRL. Yeah, I agree as well. That's ultimately what Bitcoin's meant to be, a peer-to-peer electronic currency. And that's what XRP is going to be as well. You know, at least for institutions, from banks, peer-to-peer. Kaspa's going to probably be more so for retail. XRP is going to be more so for institutions. That's what I think might happen right now. But of course, time will tell. But that being said, thank you all once more for watching today's stream. 44 likes is insane. If you can reach 50, that'd be even better. Thank you all. So leave a like, share, and subscribe for more. If you want to know more about crypto and other market systems, then check out my free Discord server. Again, link in the chat description, also on your homepage. And yeah, Binance listings again going more and more. Speculation once more with Macho getting more involved, and Conan as well. Things are coming very, very shortly. I believe that much. So yeah, have a good evening, good day, good night, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Tomorrow will probably be another early live stream, I think, because I'm meant to be also busy tomorrow evening. But you know, either way, hopefully I'll see you all tomorrow. So tune in then, and yeah, see you all tomorrow. Thanks for the stream. You're welcome. Smash the likes, and I'll see you all then. Have a good day.